suppose you're wondering, who is this beautiful masked woman, and what is she doing sneaking about Kvatch? The answer is as clear as that cute little nose on your face. I'm here to assassinate someone. We have that in common, if I'm not mistaken. Don't play coy with me, at least not about this. I know you're with the Dark Brotherhood. I'm not, but I'm no threat to you. My target is a corrupt noble of House Lalu. He fled Narcissus, caused something of a scandal. Well, this is your territory after all. I don't want to rankle your superiors for making a social blunder. You're new to the Brotherhood, right? Here's your chance to make a good impression. I'll kill my target, and you can take the credit. Smashing! I do adore a cooperative accomplice. Besides, this will give us a chance to get to know each other better. You do want to get to know me better, don't you? After all, who wouldn't? I thought about entering the castle, but I have the kind of face everyone always remembers. Beautiful. So I was thinking you go inside, sneak into Dathus's room, and open the secret passage. Then I hop in and take care of business. I don't. Not to deal with Dathus. But I do enjoy sleep. And that's hard to come by when the Brotherhood sends assassins in the night. Better they never see me. If it comes down to it, I'd hate to have to kill anyone without the proper paperwork. Right to business? Oh, very well. Dathus Ilrum of House Lalu is one of those blood-sucking creatures that needs to be crushed beneath a heavy boot. He believed fleeing from Morrowind would put him out of reach, but here I am, contract and all. Seemed like bad form to spill all the gory details. Suffice it to say, he swindled some rather important clients and had the audacity to steal from House Lalu itself. The last straw was when he closed 2 orphanages to open a corner club.
I always knew them Palangirs were up to no good. Well done.
What is it?
Haven't I troubles enough?
I've not forgotten the favor you've done. I trust our business is concluded, and you will allow me to rule the Gold Coast as it should.
Gadabouts! Don't make me throw you on your arse! Get out the same way you got in here.
Wake, wake, my darling. You can sleep when you're dead. Which will be sooner than you think.
What? Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
A better question would be, are you here to kill me?
Guards! Guards!
The answer, of course, is most definitely yes. And that saves me the trouble of alerting the castle's defenders. Do me a favor, hero, and make sure someone notices you on your way out.
What are you up to over there? Dried out from
That
the
went
road?
surprisingly well. It's amazing what can be accomplished when trusted associates collaborate to get a job done. House Lalu won't recover the gold he embezzled, but at least Dethus won't be tearing down any more orphanages. And you should join me. I find that a warm fire, a strong drink, and a hot bath, not necessarily in that order, help me unwind after a contract. Besides, this is Kvatch. You can pray, or you can pray, or you can drink. I prefer the latter. Not a one hero, but they saw you. Those striking features will be the talk of Kvatch for the next few days. I'd avoid the guards if I were you. Our plan worked flawlessly. Now I won't have to look over my shoulder for the Brotherhood. Thank you. Back to Morrowind, I suppose. Or maybe I'll stick around the Gold Coast for a while, see the sights, take in the ambiance. If you have some free time, hero, let's get together. Work on our mutual cooperation. Who knows, you might even enjoy it.
There must be some way to convince her. Stubborn girl. You've got one of those faces, don't you? Nowhere near as pious as seems proper for this part of the world. In that? Oh, just discrediting Grand Chanter Surus and his Society of the Dragon. They claim to be a religious order, but they're nothing more than a cult that loves Akatosh. I didn't until my sister Jocelyn joined them. She has no idea what Surus does to people. Take these notes and preach the word of Boethia around town. After the Grand Chanter arrests you for heresy, bring Boethia's word to the cult's initiates. If that doesn't get you noticed, nothing will. Once they detain you, we'll show my sister exactly how Surus treats those who disagree with him. As long as you don't wind up just...
How can I help you?
Do not How dare you utter such blasphemy in this holy city? The Grand Chanter shall hear of this.
May Akatosh and the Divine smile upon you this day and all... How can you say such things? You monster!
Lord Akatosh, you dare shout that Daedric filth's name? Heretic!
Akatosh...
That's enough blasphemy out of you for one day. The Grand Chanter wants to have a word with you. Your foul words have consequences, heretic. Problem? Yes, there is a problem. You're preaching Boethiah's lies to the faithful initiates of the Society of the Dragon. The Grand Chanter won't stand for that, and neither will I. He orders you to appear before him in the Chamber of Penance. No righteous citizen of Kvetch will raise a finger to help a Daedra worship. To the
Transgressed
initiates.
against the dragon. There is only one punishment for blasphemy. Behead them.
What? Isn't that a little extreme?
You dare question the will of Akatosh?
It doesn't say anything about beheadings in the Book of Akatosh.
Silence, initiate. Lieutenant, deliver Akatosh's justice.
Is this the life you hoped for, Jocelyn?
Larissa! I should have known. I'm leaving.
I like the sound of it. Time to go. I appreciate you not slaughtering everyone in there. A holy bloodbath wouldn't have served us any better than you getting your head chopped off. Unfortunately, Jocelyn is as slippery as I am. She snuck away before we had a chance to talk. Quite the opposite. Jocelyn fled with us, which means we gave her plenty to think about. I'd guess she's gone to one of the old Akatosh shrines along Varen's Wall. Let's split up. If you find her first, politely ask her. Remember, check the shrines along Varen's Wall, and do try to keep the mayhem and slaughter to a minimum.
You look rather well equipped. Your weapons, of course. Don't want to get booted from an establishment for using the wrong words again. Are you here about my notice? If that's the case, you're the first suitable candidate to approach me. I do hope your curiosity turns into acquiescence. For the job, of course. I never mean to imply anything else. I need to stop a murderer. Now, before you say, a murderer, just point me in the right direction, I have to admit, it's not that simple. Yes, let me explain. This killer announces his intentions long before he strikes, putting the fear of Mer and men in his victims. You'd think with a warning they could avoid their fate, but alas, no. All dead. In the most heinous manner imaginable. A message in an innocent sweet roll. Now he's targeted my associates. This scroll lists everyone who's recently received the threatening pastry. Talk to them and learn their connection before the killer strikes. Discover the link that connects these individuals and you'll find their murderer, hopefully while they're still alive. Do this for me, and I promise you'll like the reward I'm offering. Gold isn't the only favor I'm willing to provide. My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to offend you. I guess some people wouldn't be satisfied with all the golden anvil or my huge... Nothing! Duly noted. I promise never to make such implications again. Is there anything else you want to add? Oh, it's been nothing but a parade of beggars and unworthy miscreants, I assure you. If the lot of those ugly Ogrim lovers were on that list, I guarantee I wouldn't be offering this reward. You, on the other hand, seem to be perfect for the job. Deputized thugs and warrior priests, no thank you. I already have more than enough hands in my gold pouch, what with the demands of business and all. Besides, I'd rather keep this between you and me. It's so much more intimate.
Are you talking to me? Why in the world would you ask me about that? I'm just a beggar, you know, I beg. What did I do wrong? People are supposed to ignore beggars. Will you just go away and leave me alone? I don't want any trouble. But if you must know, yes. Because... Oh, never mind. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. Look, you stay... Don't you dare follow me! I've got some apples and I know how to use them!
There's a lot to do.
I found the sweet road killer, Commander! Help!
I don't think this is what Raz meant when he said, be discreet. Raz is thinking this spy business might not work out for the Lady Elf. At the first sign of trouble, she lights herself on fire, screams at the top of her lungs, and runs in circles. Raz does not remember that technique in the handbook. The work of the Queen's eyes, that's what's going on here. That business with Captain Apinia wrapped up so quickly, Raz decided to look into another matter before heading home. Turns out, this other matter has eluded Raz for many... The locals call him the Sweet Roll Killer, yes? Much better than our term. The one who predicts your death and then stabs you in the face. Raz sees that you're looking into this as well. Perhaps we can exchange notes, help each other out. The Rat Master has ears everywhere, and who knows who our stabby-faced killer is. Don't want to give away our plans before we formulate them, yes? Raz suggests we go somewhere more private. Once you finish your investigation, Raz and Lady Elf will meet you in our safe house after you finish your tasks. We've commandeered the Enchanter's shop. Not the most luxurious hiding place, but this one has had worse. We're going to have a glorious...
Another distraction.
Not you too. I met some... Seriously? Well, good luck with that. Thank you.
I love one. How did you know? I took a bite. What? You really think so? I've heard of the Sweet Row Killer, sure, but why would he target me? Raymond, I'd rather not. You were? That's excellent.
Oh, hello. A sweet roll? Really? I thought I did. Well, my husband? No. No.
Raz knew you would find us. It's not much, but it's private. The Enchanter is an old friend. I helped her out once when an enchantment went bad. Made most of Raz's fur fall out. Very embarrassing. Still, now we get this comfy meeting place. Raz has seen these types of killings before. A victim receives a sweet roll that contains a prediction of impending doom, then is murdered a few days later. The murderer killed several of the Queen's advisors and then escaped. Made Raz so much doubt. Haven't you figured out that Raz is perfect? All right. What about her? Oh, Raz sees what you're getting at. She'll stay here and hopefully not wind up murdered. She's still in training and we haven't gotten to the use of weapons. Raz doesn't think that's such a good idea. But he... Raz forgot how much he hates working out in the... Raz saw one of these suspicious messengers near the hedge maze to the southwest. The messengers are... A coded message. Raz hates riddles. You'll figure it out, yes?
life of crime's not as exciting as it sounds.
Good deal. On your way now.
I always knew them Palingers were up to no good. Well done.
Have you heard who's fighting in the arena today? I hear it's going to be a bloodbath.
Crude amusements for fools and traitors. You do well to spend more time in the cathedral.
And you do well to lose.
These notes should lead us to whoever commissioned this research. There must be a clue. Read them again. According to the notes we found, every one of the targets is a guilty liar. Except for the ref. Well... According to the notes we found, every one of the targets is a guilty liar. Well, the scribbles at the bottom of each note appear to be instructions. Raz? Well, the clues certainly allow us to exclude many parts of the city. And there aren't many roads.
Challengers, prepare to face the champions of the Kvatch Arena, the Order of the Hour!
Only the finest merchandise.
Done here. Cracking heads.
You really shouldn't break into a house that someone has already broken into. Where's your sense of honor, Razandar?
Of course. The beautiful darkness. Wait, is Naryu the sweet roll killer? Raz would be sad to have to kill you now.
Well, I am a killer, but I'm not the killer. And what's that one doing here? This has nothing to do with the Brotherhood.
Raz is confused. You better talk to Naryu so we can figure out what's going on here.
If you and your Brotherhood comrades sent me that sweet roll, I'm truly disappointed. I thought you'd realize by now that I don't take kindly to threats. Besides, it's hard not to look good in tight leather without being tempted by tasty pastries. No one knew I was on the Gold Coast. No one except you. Suddenly, someone delivers a sweet roll with my name on it and a note predicting my untimely demise. It looks like you betrayed me. Give me a reason not to run you through. So you followed my messengers and found me instead? Ever since I received the threatening sweet roll, I've been looking into other targets, trying to figure out who knows me and why they want to kill me. Well, why they want to kill me this time. Everyone who received one of the menacing sweet rolls is traveling to Anvil for one reason or another. Seems to me, if the killer is smart, just don't get in my way. I'm still trying to figure out your game in all this. But we've worked well together in the past. Might as well take advantage of that. I'll confer with Raz to make sure he and I see eye to eye, and we'll meet you in Anvil. I'm sure her apprentice just ran off. Probably better she's gone when the killer comes round anyway.
Yarmia never flees at the first sign of trouble. Second, yes, but first... Plus, she always comes back. Raz has a bad feeling.
We all have bad feelings. It's inevitable. I'll have my eyes and ears around town watch for her, if it makes you feel any better.
Raz appreciates that. And people say you're a stone-cold harlot. But not Raz. Why did Raz give Elf Apprentice a weapon? Now she's missing and the sharp blade was just lying on the floor. Naryu thinks she ran away, but Raz knows better. Whoever has Yarmia, Raz will find them, and then they will experience so much pain. Raz wants to disagree with you, but he cannot. Naryu and Raz will find the other targets. Hide them in Engra's hostel, where we can keep an eye on them. In the meantime, Roz has something he'd like you to do. Go back to the beginning. Talk to Riemann, the one who hired you. Roz thinks he knows more than he's said. Go to the Gold Coast Trading Company and see what he's hiding. Hurt him if you must. Just make sure he lives long enough for us to find Yarmia.
This is your fault. I never should have hired you. What was I thinking? Because of you, the killer decided that I was a threat. Sent my own sweet roll with a message inside. Then she cut me with her poison blade. Now I'm dying because of you. I found her on one of my trading expeditions. She talked of visions, how they helped her shape the ripples of fate. Crazy talk, but useful. You understand? I could point her at a target, like an arrow, set her loose and watch them die. Not anymore, obviously. You mentioned my name. Shouldn't have done that. She knows I betrayed her. knows I sent you to eliminate her. Hid my involvement in all this. I knew it the moment I arrived in Anvil and saw the sweet roll waiting for me. You met her. The gardener. She has a farmhouse southeast of Anvil. But she won't be there for long. I'm dying, and it's your fault. I hope you realize I'm not going to pay you for this.
Well?
Raz must sadly report that we could not find all of the killer's targets. Just the ones you see here in the hostel. The killer has struck. Raz feels it in his paws. I just hope we can keep the others safe. Really? Raz is impressed. Did you threaten and cajole? It's Riemann, correct? We can go to the inn, get drunk, and put this sorry affair behind us. Wait, the gardener? No wonder Raz couldn't find her. But we're wasting time. If you know where the murderer is, we should get moving. Let's go dunk this sweet roll killer in the bitter milk of justice. Raz would try to convince Naryu to stay and watch over them, but he doesn't want to get a blade stuck between his ribs. Let's hope luck favors the bold, and we stop the killer before she comes back for the others. Raz thinks this place is too quiet. Good spot for an ambush, yes.
Oh, I certainly hope so. I could use a good fight right about now.
You send very mixed messages, Naryu. One moment you're flirting, the next you're stabbing. It's very confusing.
Well, that's only because you assume the two are different, Rosm dear.
Raz hates quiet in situations like this. Quiet never ends well. Raz just hopes the targets are still alive so we can rescue them. Tread carefully, Sharpclaw. Place was quiet and empty when we arrived. To be fair, we haven't checked any of the buildings yet. Raz wanted to wait for you. No one wants to miss their own party, yes? Whenever you're ready, we can start the search.
The threads of fate align! Kill them now!
Oh, good. Raz has found them. From the side! Move to flank!
Too much blood. You've won. I know that. So sheathe your weapons and come inside. I knew you'd find me. The fates told me so. But the climax isn't certain. There are many paths before us. You don't know how much I despise that name. I am a fate bearer. One of the select few who can see what the future holds, and then do something about it. Each of my targets has the potential to cause unmitigated disasters. I stop them. Good and evil has no bearing on my visions. It's their actions that concern me. Each causes a ripple that radiates through time until a disaster occurs. Economic collapse, the death of a prominent leader, a queen betrayed. Her fate is the worst of all. Her daughter causes the world to burn, or she could. The future is a fluid thing. I have seen my escape and my death, both possible at this moment, and both championed by each of your allies. But the choice is yours. To save these people, of course. Let me walk out of here, and I'll provide the antidote for the poison now coursing through their blood. Or kill me and let them die. The choice is yours. Confer with your allies, then let me know what you decide.
Raz heard the nonsense that spilled out of the killer's mouth. Why are we even considering bargaining with this crazy dark elf? Well, yes, there is that. Raz changed his mind. Bargaining should be considered. No, not even a tiny bit. But Raz supposes that a chance to...
I can't believe you're even considering this. Did you hear? Damn right you do. She's crazy as a cracked mud crab. All her talk about fate and the future, and what she said about me. I don't have a daughter. I hate children. It's never going to happen. Any way you look at it, Luna has to die. What about them? She's going to kill again, and she's going to come back for us. She thinks we're going to wreck the world. If we save a few now, how many more will she kill later? I say end her like...
Nayu is right, you know. The Fate Bearers will come for them. All of them. It's what we do. Still, while there's even the slimmest chance that you can save these people, then out with it. Don't leave us all in suspense. Which of the possible fates have you decided? I accept your decision and will not resist. I have seen all the possible fates, and now I am destined to lose to you every time. My brethren...
No! What are you doing?
Even she just becomes somebody else's problem.
This is not how an Eye of the Queen does things. This is more like the Brotherhood, or the Morag Tong.
Get over yourself, Cat. We saved lives today, including mine. I'll be in the inn at Kavatra a while longer. Come and see me before I leave when you get a chance.
Raz understands the logic that the Dunmer proposed. But to not even try, that is not this one's way. Perhaps it is time Raz goes back to the Queen.
I lost a brother to Captain Blackheart and his murderous crew. There's always more to do.
if I may be of service.
Well, look who's here. Afraid I'd leave without giving you a goodbye kiss. After all we've been through, and that's the very first thing you want to say to me? To be fair, it's very comfortable. And it looks great on me. It's Vardenfell. It's far from here, but I have friends and family there. It'll be good to see them again. Besides, I hear my organization has big plans in the works. Can't blame me for wanting to be a part of all that. I haven't forgotten what the Sweet Row Killer said. Her words will probably haunt me for the rest of my life. But it's my life. Don't get all sentimental on me, hero. We both have our paths to follow. Damn, that sounded like a fate bearer, didn't it? Look, let me leave you with a single kiss. One really good kiss. If you ever want another one, come find me in Vardenfell.